If you're a DJ posting consistently on social media and still not growing, this episode is for you. Because the problem is not that you're not posting enough. The problem is what you're posting. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what the mistake is and how to fix it in 2-3 hours a week. Let's get into it. Pillar 1, the mistake. Most DJs post content regularly and still don't grow. What's actually going wrong? Probably the main issue is that it's too much about yourself. You have to find an idea that makes people win. When I say make them win, it's something that they want to share, that makes them look good, that makes them interested in your content, which is typically not really about you. So I do sample reveals and it tells something about them because it will resonate based off of the track itself. They will be interested in knowing the reveal, the original sample, and also they will want to share it because there's some sort of like, look what I found, psychology behind it that makes them look good sharing it. Pillar 2, the mindset shift. What does it mean to make content for people instead of about yourself, and what does that actually look like for a DJ? Well, those typical content where you're just gonna say, listen to my music out now, and it's just always about you. People have no reason to actually be into it because it's never about you, it's always about people. Everything in this world is about people. Everybody is just selfishly interested about themselves, you know? So when they hear something, it's about them. It's what they feel about them in the music. But music isn't enough. Content needs to make sure that it taps into some inner thing inside the viewer that truly resonate with them. It can be around your music, but you have to find a way to create some world where they think it's about them, you know? Meaning, if you look at those influencers who were vlogging at the start, maybe like, you know, a young girl who's like at university and she's vlogging, they'll think, oh, she's like us. These kind of psychology, right? So what can work is you showing so much of your world that people think, oh wow, this DJ is like us, you know? I'm saying this guy who is showing his bedroom, which is his studio as well, and in his bedroom you see the posters of the artists he like. He has those old video games, right? The old Nintendo, you know. I think it resonates with those people who see themselves in that bedroom. You know, he has tons of things from the past, tons of it. So just seeing his bedroom gets you interested in some way, right? Because you're like, oh, this guy could be my best friend, right? So it's about you. It's about the audience. And so you have to come up with things that get them interested. And so the more you're gonna be showing something they can relate to, then obviously it will have an impact on them. More than just you sitting on a chair with a text hook up there or whatever, you know, you copying a trend. In the long run, it's not effective. Try to find a way so people can relate. That's the actual mechanism, psychological mechanism behind making it about themselves, you know? Quick break. I built a one-on-one coaching program when we're working through your content, your network, and your outreach together. Build around your specific situation, not a generic template. It's not open to everyone yet. I'm building the waitlist first because I only want to work with people who are serious about actually running all of these three, not just one. Check the link in the description, DM me waitlist on my coaching Instagram, and let's talk about it. If you've been stuck in that loop, sending less, believing less, starting to wonder if it's you, it's not you. So get in touch and we'll make it work. Pillar 3, the content system. What are the types of content that actually work for DJs right now in 2026? I think it's the one I'm using, which is the visual one. I think many other DJs are doing the mashups thing, you know, and they will put the cover of the tracks they play up there. I'm pretty much doing the same thing with samples, and those are intentional. I'm only sharing like samples from original track that makes sense based off my background, based off my brand. I won't really share something that does not make sense to who I am, and yeah, everything is just intentional. So yeah, those type of content, they really work. And what's interesting as well is that the metrics, when you look at them, they don't really match the ideal metrics in terms of like skip rate or like rate and stuff like that. You see that it's actually the format that wins. So like the type of content. Can you walk through exactly how you built your sample reveal format step by step so someone can replicate thinking? Yeah, so basically what I was doing for like 2 months, 3 months, I was really grinding, trying to find something I could create a series from, because that's what really working. You have to create a show, okay, something people will get every day on your page. So I was really trying to find a way to have a show, some sort of show, and also something I could do that's like super easy to make that I can batch. Because let's take Muzzyman, who does the Dream Track. For him, it's a show, right? It's a weekly show. He shares the Dream Track every week, but the amount of work he has to put in order to produce and create those things takes him like so much time, plus the touring and stuff like that. So maybe like his thing is like maybe more powerful because like it's bigger than what I do. It doesn't really makes him look so great. It attracts some sort of audience. But anyways, it takes a lot of work for him to put his show, right? To put up on his show. When me, it just takes like 2 hours a week. So I wanted to have something that's easy to do, that I can do in 2 hours a week. And so I was trying to figure it out. And then I thought like maybe sample reveals, because the more I was working into my new sound as I'm rebuilding, I figured I would do disco funk sample kind of, you know, house music. And so sample reveal made sense to tell the story of what I'm doing as a brand. I tried just reacting, like React videos, not working. And then I tried the other format, which is like showing visually the original track, then the sample. And yeah, I saw the views were better. And so I was like, okay, look, it's not a hit, but it's better than what I'm used to getting. And actually from doing it for like a week, 2 weeks, then one of them took off, and then like everything now is like taking off each time, and it's just really compounding. Quick break. I built a one-on-one coaching program when we're working through your content, your network, and your outreach together. Build around your specific situation, not a generic template. It's not open to everyone yet. I'm building the waitlist first, because I only want to work with people who are serious about actually running all of these three, not just one. Check the link in the description, DM me waitlist on my coaching Instagram, and let's talk about it. If you've been stuck in that loop, sending less, believing less, starting to wonder if it's you, it's not you. So get in touch and we'll make it work. Pillar 4, the 2-3 hour weekly system. Walk us through your exact weekly content workflow, what you do, when you do it, and how long it takes. So I will on Monday morning search for the samples, do some research on the internet, and then once I have that, I'll just like screenshot the covers, then I'll edit everything on the edit app, because now I have like the template. I'll just replace the covers, the title, the year. I'll find the audio. Then once the 7 templates are done for the week, because it's once a day, I'll shoot them, and then once it's shot, I'll have to replace the video of the template from the ones I just shot, and then that's it. Then I'll just schedule them. I also have the curation series, so that takes me like 5 minutes to shoot. I have to dig those tracks for 2 hours a week, so I do that right after the samples actually. So on Monday I do everything is just done. So obviously it takes me a bit than 3 hours, because I need to dig and find the samples. That takes me 3 hours to find and dig the tracks and the samples, and then it'll take me 2 hours to shoot and edit. So it takes me like 5 hours. Pillar 5, the growth mechanics. How does the algorithm actually work for DJs, and what does it actually reward? Yeah, so what's interesting is that it's not really, as I said before, it's not really rewarding the metrics they say are working, meaning like you don't have to have like the best skip rate, you don't have to have like the highest like ratio and stuff like that. I think it's really something you don't see in the metrics. It's probably like viewer behavior on the platform and how you compete with other creator in the same niche. So if you stand out enough, it'll push your content. And I think that's really the metric. It's like trying to find really something that nobody does but you. I bumped into like this guy who's actually doing the same kind of thing with the sample reveal, which I didn't know when I started, but it does it a different way with other songs and stuff like that. So probably like I own the format for my kind of sound and stuff like that. So because it's really intentional how I pick the song, as I said. And so I think that I own that lane on Instagram. So I think it's really just about finding your way and owning your lane in the content as well, you know, which ultimately is what works in music, but now it's in content, right? So yeah, it's really about owning your lane, and then the algorithm will push you. Pillar 6, the fix. If a DJ came to you today posting randomly and getting 0 traction, what are the exact first 3 steps you'd tell them to take this week? Well, I would say that first you have to be clear about your brand and where your sound is headed. Once you know where your sound and your brand is headed, you write the story of that thing, be crystal clear on the story, the visual aspect that you create based off the story, which ultimately is making sure that people are understanding that story and so they can relate to it. Think of people first. Not that you have to like do things for them. No, you have to be truly yourself, but find a way so it's relatable to people so they think it's themselves as well, you know? So ultimately it's about themselves, but it's you talking about them, and it's also about you, who you are truly. Once you know that, then it will make sense, the ideas that you can try. And then once you have the ideas, then those ideas, you can try different format to actually see which one works the best until you find something that just gets better views, and then you can consistently do. So therefore, then you just start batching, and hopefully something will stick. That's how I would do it. I built a one-on-one coaching program when we're working through your content, your network, and your outreach together. Build around your specific situation, not a generic template. It's not open to everyone yet. I'm building the waitlist first because I only want to work with people who are serious about actually running all of these three, not just one. Check the link in the description, DM me waitlist on my coaching Instagram, and let's talk about it. If you've been stuck in that loop, sending less, believing less, starting to wonder if it's you, it's not you. So get in touch and we'll make it work.
Every Wednesday, I'm live on Twitch with a new episode of In Alignment with Highbloo, the Highbloo podcast. The replay drops on YouTube and Spotify the week after. See you next Wednesday.